Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Elizibar. We're going to talk about Trump Space Force today. That's me moving around. Ooh. Chuck Dixon, Timothy Lim, Brett R. Smith, they funded this through Indiegogo. You can see that squiggle, which I presume is Tim L. for Timothy Lim. I'm not really sure. I'll be honest, my signature doesn't look very much like my name either. So we're going to give a quick overview of the book. The Space Force, you remember that from the summer, right? What if it happened? What if there were aliens among us and some other aliens came to warn us about their impending invasion? I mean, it's essentially the plot Buckaroo Banzai right there. The book is full of in-jokes and references. You can see the political leaders who are here. Let's go back over here, like Chuck Schumer, President Trump, Melania. There's Newt Gingrich, of all people. Like, the book's full of them. There are other people that factor into this. John Della Rose is in here. Lots of people. There's lots of familiar faces. If you've been on the internet, if you've been on Twitter, if you've ever just wanted to go yell at somebody, you might recognize some of these faces. So anyway, aliens are invading. We build a ship that looks a lot like the space battleship Yamato. Also kind of looks like the Macross, I think. The aliens have drones attacking our manufacturing facilities on the moon. The Moon Bats. You got the Aiden Paladins, these cool little robots here. Well, not robots, mech suits. Gonna go fight them. It's all good fun. Like, this is some straight up Macross kind of stuff right here. Good times. We blow up the little moon bats, and then we find out the aliens are already here. So we warp out to Saturn. That's some Macross stuff, isn't it? Because didn't the SDF Macross spend a whole lot of time hanging around the rings of Saturn? I think so. So Trump is going down to activate the whatever device. Like, the name of the device doesn't really matter that much. But what it does is a hoot. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for the reveal? The Magatron. Like Voltron. I'm done. I'm done. Also this, I'm done. Oh gosh. So, I enjoyed reading it. It was funny to see a comic book that pillories the other side from the other side. Because normally, you have lots of people say stuff on Twitter or wherever else, and the butt of the joke is always, Republicans bad, Orange Man bad, stuff like that. Usually it's not all that funny, really, because people confuse propaganda with parody. This is more on the parody side, and it's got some funny jokes, and there's lots of silly in-references in here. I'm pretty sure I saw Edwin Boyette's name on some screen in here. Brian Ball shows up somewhere in here. I forget where. His name might have just been mentioned in one of the text bubbles of like Sergeant Ball or something. I don't remember. Maybe it was just in the back of the book where he's listed in the credits as one of the backers. But it's full of like little jokes and in-references. I think the humor will age poorly. I don't think it'll be funny 10 years from now, not really. Maybe I'll be wrong on that. I don't know. But for whatever it's worth, it was a fun little thing. It was a fun little book to read. I'm pretty glad I backed it. Oh, hold on. We also got some little swag with it. Trading card and this little mini print. The art's just really good. I don't know if anybody out there can really knock Timothy Lim's art, man. He's got this style. It's realistic enough. It's cartoony enough. Brett R. Smith's colors layered over top of it give everything a wonderful, like... if you're younger, you may not remember when animation actually looked good. But back in the 90s, cel-shaded animation, whether you're talking Eastern or Western, was fantastic looking. There was no computer stuff in it. It was all done by hand, and it was gorgeous. And this art style basically looks like still panels out of, not panels, still frames out of cartoons. Like, they're gorgeous. I can see it moving when I look at it. That's kind of a crazy thing. Oh yeah, hey, there's Jack Irons. Oh, it wasn't Brian Ball, it was Regina that was in the book. There we go. So there's Jack Irons. I just reviewed his book a few days ago. Hey, there's Regina. I just reviewed Rags #3 like the day before. This is, the book's just full of these kinds of references. I probably missed a bunch of them. It's so packed in, just like My Hero Macadamia was. It's absolutely loaded with in-jokes, references, little Easter eggs hidden in the background that you don't notice the first time you read it. I'm probably going to have to flip through here more slowly. I read it kind of fast because I wanted to talk about it. I want to get this review done today. I want to be like, yo, this is pretty cool. It's pretty funny. I gotta admit. There were lots of chuckles. If you can put aside how ridiculous the premise is, it's actually pretty funny. You might remember there was a movie came out a couple years ago called Iron Sky or Iron Skies, something like that, and it was about how there was a Nazi moon base and the Nazis came back to invade the Earth. And I thought it was going to be about the Nazis, but it was really just a political propaganda piece about how Republicans are bad because it was produced solely to make Sarah Palin look bad. Like, I was really disappointed in that movie because I thought it was going to be about, let's shoot down Nazi invaders. Like, that's a fun premise if you play it straight. But if you just produce a propaganda film out of it, it starts losing some of its entertainment value. Although there was still some pretty good stuff in there. I don't want to say like I didn't enjoy the movie, because there was some funny stuff in it and I liked it. But there was some definite cringy parts. What was that? I got my window open. It's probably ice falling off the roof or something. Anyway, fun time. I don't regret backing. I think I backed it at like the $25 level. I got this nice square-bound book. Got Timothy Lim art. Got a nice signature. 48 pages is kind of scanty. Not gonna lie. But, hey. You can only live once, right? Alright, I've talked way too much about this book. I know one guy was able to get a copy of it after the Indiegogo. He talked to Timothy Lim and he's like, hey, can I buy a copy? And Timothy hooked him up. So maybe you can still make that kind of arrangement. I don't know if that's possible, but it might be worth trying if you're interested. And who knows, maybe it'll just show up in bookstores at some point, and then you can get it for a cheaper price than I did. That would be pretty sweet. I'll see you next time. You have a great day. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until then, bye-bye.